Sawubona Mzansi, and welcome to this evening's MIH Live. I'm excited because the new setup is up and running again on TikTok. So we're back at it again with the new setup, and things are going to be good, things are going to be interesting once again. So thank you so much everyone for joining this evening. Some interesting things. So let me get you up and running on what we got up to last week. So we are currently working on the Mzansi directory. The Mzansi directory is going to be a place where you can search for people and businesses across Mzansi through MIH, through the Search Mzansi feature, right? So what we did previously is we worked on updating your Mzansi profile, right? To make it less of a capture field and more of a profile, right? To display your information instead of having it just look like a capture field, right? We also did the same for which one is this? The business profile. Under your business profile now, it's no longer looking like a capture form. It's now looking like a actual profile that displays information to you. We'll get into it a little bit later, but yeah, so we worked on that. We also together created a structure or created the skeleton for our new package called the Mzansi directory. Remember, the Mzansi directory is the place where you're going to go to. Are you able to hear me fine? Created the skeleton. Yeah. So basically, yeah, we created the skeleton for the Mzansi directory package. So remember, the Mzansi directory package is a place for you to search for businesses and people inside or across Mzansi through the MIH app, and also for you to add them as your favorites or add them to your contacts, right? So let's jump in, or let's start coding again. We also started coding. Let me switch screens so you can see what's happening. So I'll switch screens here and then let's go right. So yes, perfect. So as you can see on the screen right now, it's just above me. We have the patient. What is this? This is the personal profile, right? We were working on Canva to design this together, something that we all liked, right? So basically, if you look here, the original one that we are looking at, that's what MIH currently looks like right now as we speak. It is as you can see, it looks like a capture form, looks like a capture field where you just enter your information and click on update. But we changed this now to look more similar to V2, which we have on the right hand side over here. So V2, it has your profile picture, your username, your name, surname, the type of account that you have, which is either personal or business, and your purpose, right? So we're calling this your purpose. So instead of your bio like you have in other applications, it is your purpose. So what your purpose is basically telling the rest of Mzansi what is your purpose in life. So that's what this field is for. Then we have a connect button. So the connect button will basically add this person to your contacts inside the Mzansi directory, right? If you click on the menu button, the menu button would, I wonder if I can do something here. The menu button will, hi there Jennifer. Thank you so much for joining the MIH Lives this evening. I really appreciate you. So yeah, so that's the enhancements that we made to your Mzansi profile, your personal profile. Remember guys, if you would like to test out and try out Mzansi Innovation Hub, we are live. How are you? I'm fine, thank you so much. How are you doing, Jennifer? If you'd like to download or check out MIH, we are available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and the web. All you have to do is search Mzansi Innovation Hub, and we'll appear at the top of the list. I'm glad you're doing good, Jennifer. Have you installed MIH yet, or is this the first time hearing about it? So here's MIH, Mzansi Innovation Hub. All you have to do is click on it. Where are you from? I'm from Johannesburg, South Africa. That's where I'm from at the moment. So You can click on Mzansi Innovation Hub to get to the web version of it. And where are you from, Jennifer? Or you can click on here, which is the Google Play Store, to get it on your Android device. And I'm not sure if it'll show up here because Apple does Apple things, but I am on the Apple App Store. Let me open that up for you. We are on the Apple App Store. You just search Mzansi Innovation Hub. Are you from South Africa? Yes, from South Africa. So as you can see, we are also on the Apple App Store, right? Mzansi Innovation Hub. That's all you have to search for. Click on it. You can read what we're all about, view the pictures, and download us from there. What's going on? So what's going on this evening, Jennifer, is we are designing and creating a new package inside MIH. So if you don't know what MIH is all about, let's ask Mzansi what MIH is all about, right? So Ask Mzansi is a feature inside the MIH app. So what is the MIH app all about? So this is our own AI called Mzansi AI. If we click on it, you'll see it'll answer our question for us. Let's listen to hear what it says.
Hey then, wake and hack. The MIH app is basically your all-in-one hub for making life easier, both personally and professionally. Think of it as Mzansi's first super app. It's designed to help you manage your business, store loyalty cards through the Mzansi wallet, schedule appointments, especially for medical practices with the patient manager, and even do quick calculations with the built-in calculator. Essentially, it's about streamlining your life with Mzansi Innovation Hub. Would you like me to elaborate on a specific feature, like the Mzansi profile or the Mzansi wallet?
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI, for your answer. So, like Mzansi AI was saying, MIH is the first super app of Mzansi. So a super app is an app that provides you, is an all-in-one place for all of your needs. I'm sorry, my nose is running. Wait, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get a tissue. Yes, we have the tissue, guys. We have the tissue. So, yes, like I was saying, MIH is the first super app of Mzansi. So a super app is basically a one-stop shop where you would go to in order, send me your Instagram account or Discord account so you can show you my work. So you can just search Mzansi Innovation Hub, Jennifer. You'll find us on all social medias except for Discord. So we don't have Discord. I'll try and hook that up for us. So MIH is the first super app of Mzansi. A super app is a one-stop shop for all of your needs, right? So you would go there for every single thing, like we currently go to Google for lots of things, right? You're going to go to MIH for all of your needs. So we are currently working on, or if we go back, you'll see that there's multiple different packages. So these are different packages inside MIH. What is this? That's okay. So there's different packages inside MIH. So if you're looking on the screen right now, you'll see that the Mzansi profile is its own package, the calculator is its own package, the calendar is its own package. All of these are its own package. So what we're going to create today is a brand new package called the Mzansi directory. If we open up the dev mode of MIH, you'll see that here is the Mzansi directory. If we click on it now, I'm from the USA. Nice. I'm glad to have supporters. I'm glad the people of Mzansi are across the world, not only in South Africa. It's nice to see you here, Jennifer. Please feel free to send me some of your designs, because I do see that you did say that you are a designer. So more than happy to look at your work and see what's going on. So please just search Mzansi Innovation Hub on Instagram and you should find our profile over there. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. So what we're going to do is we're creating the Mzansi directory. So if we have a look here, evening, Sawubona Mzansi. So if we have a look here, we have the Mzansi directory. If we click on this, the Mzansi directory takes you to a contacts page. It then takes you to your favorite businesses. And then the next tool in this package is the search Mzansi. So this is going to be the place where you're going to search for businesses or people and then have them show up here. It'll look something like this. So if you're on contacts, it'll look like this with a list of your people, so my people, and a list of the pending contacts. So contacts that you haven't accepted their request yet, right? Then we have a list of our favorite businesses. So this is after you've searched a business and you like what they have to offer, and you want to come back to them later. You don't really want to check them out right now. You want to come back to them later. So what you would do is add them to your favorites and they would appear on this list. All right. Then we have the Mzansi search or search Mzansi, where once you search for something, it will show you a list of the people of Mzansi that match that search criteria and a list of Mzansi businesses that match the search criteria also. Right? So that's what it's going to be. At the moment, it's just a skeleton that we have. You'll see that we have contacts, we have favorite businesses, and we have search Mzansi. So we're going to get coding in a little bit. So what we're going to do, thank you so much for the follow. Who is that? Mlungisi, Koza. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So what we are going to do is we are trying to design this element on the screen right here. So if I highlight it, if I were to highlight it, it's this element. I think I can even click on it. Or where's example? So yeah, the profile picture, the username, name, surname, account type. So we're trying to create this widget. So we are using Flutter as the front end tool to create our user interface. So we're trying to create this element over here, right? So let's switch over for the people on TikTok to the coding side of the MIH Live. So this is what we have at the moment. Remember, we are creating our own widget. So how Flutter works is every single element on the screen is a widget, right? So if we have a look at this, every single thing you see on the screen is a widget. The search is a widget. This icon of a search is a widget. Each package tile is its own widget, right? So every single thing that you're seeing over here is a widget on the screen. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a brand new widget to represent the profile picture, the username, name, surname, maybe, and account type. So that's what we're going to get up to today. So last week, I think it was last week, Thursday, what we did is we managed to get our MIH circular avatar inside this new widget. The new widget, what we are calling it is MIH personal profile preview. So it's a preview of a personal profile. We're going to do the same for a business profile because they're going to be slightly different, right? So what we did, so far this widget has a parameter, or it takes in some information of an app user. So an app user is a custom object created by the MIH team. So it basically has some information about a user of Mzansi, like their name, surname, username, all of those kind of things, right? So so it takes in an app user. It then has a late object. So a late object basically says that this object, I'm not going to have data for it immediately, but when the app first starts up, something's going to happen and I'm going to get data. So that's what should happen. There might be some issues, there might be some errors, but that's what should happen. Then we have a platform file, which is just a file. And we have in our init state. So the init state is when this widget is first initiated. So it's first displayed on the screen. Then it needs to call these functions over here. All right. So it's basically, these are our services. I know it says API over here, but it's our file services. It helps us call APIs. And the function that we are using, which is another custom function, is get min.io, which is our file storage, file URL, right? So we're going to give it a URL path to this location of this file, the profile picture, and we're going to get back an actual URL that we can display inside MIH, right? And in order to display that URL, we are using the MIH circular avatar, which is basically, if we open up Where's this? If we open up MIH, remember this is the dev version of MIH. The circular avatar is this over here. So let me show you, well, before we move on to that, let me show you what the new stuff looks like. So this is what the new personal profile looks like. So it has your profile picture at the top. So now this is just a test profile. So it has a cat. It has your username. So at test profile, test underscore profile. The name and surname is test profiles. It's a business account. And this is the test account's purpose. So as you can see over here, this is a test profile, and my main purpose is for you to test out the capabilities of MIH. And then I'm just repeating it over and over again. And as you can also see is last week we've enabled emojis also. So now you are able to add emojis to your purpose, right? So if you want to have it a little bit more fun, a little bit more lighthearted, you can now add that inside there, right? And if you'd like to edit it, currently we have a button. I know when I showed you on our design, we had connect, but for now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a phased out approach to the Mzansi directory. We're not going to have, I don't think we'll be able to deliver the full functionality all at once. We'll deliver it in stages, I think, to make it a little bit easier for us. But we're still planning that out. So at the moment, instead of connect, we have edit profile. So if you click on edit profile, you can see that, you can see that a new window opens up, the edit profile window, where you can edit your profile picture, you can edit your username, first name, last name, your purpose, and you can either activate or deactivate the business account and update your profile, right? Or you can click on the menu button at the bottom and click on edit profile. They both do the exact same thing. If you see here, it'll open up the same window. So this is to get users used to using the button at the bottom, and instead of shocking them, right? So that's why we have both of them over there. If we head over to the business side of MIH, so in order to do that, you can either swipe over to the business side, or you can click on the briefcase at the top right hand corner of the screen. So if you click on that, you'll see that it takes you to the business side. We can click on business profile, and this is what the new business profile looks like, right? It has your business's profile picture or the business's logo. It'll have the business name. So in the test profile, this is called Mzansi Test Doctors. And we have the purpose of the profile, or not the purpose, sorry. So for this one, for business, it's going to be the business's vision and mission, right? So when you're searching for a business, you're going to read the business's vision and mission in order to see exactly what this business is all about, okay? And then underneath that, we have a few features below that, a few action buttons, a few stuff below that. I'm not sure what to call it, but you can call this business. So audience live content theme, alcohol, tobacco, drugs. What? Okay, hectic. I know TikTok gave me some hectic via, I don't know what this was, some pop-up that came up saying that the audience was restricted. So I don't know why, because I'm not talking bad things here, but that's okay. We'll continue moving and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. But anyway, so we have the Mzansi Test Doctors, their mission and their vision. And also below that, we have the business information card. So here you can call the business, you can email the business, you can navigate or locate the business, and you can visit the business's website, right? And you can edit the profile. So if we click on edit profile, it'll take you to another capture form that we had before. Thank you so much for the follow, Bongu. Bongu, thank you so much for the follow. So as you can see on the screen right now, how's it, Blackmo? Nice to see you here. So if we can see on the screen right now, this is what our form looks like, or used to look like. But now we have a few fields over here. So we have the new fields that we have is the business website and a business mission and vision, right? So if we add this, set the location, update, then we have these action items or actions available for us. So if we click on call, what happens is it'll open up your phone app on your phone so that you can call the business itself, right? If we go back, we have email, but it's going to give me an error now, but you'll see what the error looks like. So if I click on it, it's going to give me an error saying error creating email. So the error message is basically we couldn't launch your email app to send a message to t@t.com. That's the email of this business. To fix this, please confirm that you have an email application installed and it is set as default. So on my side, because this is just an emulator, I haven't set up my email on here because there's no purpose of that. But that's the error message that comes through. But if we head over to but if you have it set up and installed like an email client on your phone, it'll open up the email with a short message over there that you can edit before sending, right? The next thing that we have is location. So over here, what you can do is if we click on it, what it would open up Google Maps automatically, and it'll put the pin on that specific GPS location. So you can see at the top, that's their GPS location. Thank you so much for the hearts. And that's the GPS location, and then you can get directions. You can save it on Google Maps, I guess, or you can share it, do whatever you need to do, right? But, so that's the location feature. The next one, and this was designed by Black Mode, guys, so you can give him a shout out in the comments. I can see everyone's tapping the screen, everyone's giving the likes. Thank you so much, Black Mode, for your design. And the lastly, what we have is the website. If we click on this, what it should do is it opens up the website. So I made it navigate back to MIH, which is a little bit like Inception, but just to demo it. So it takes you into MIH. Through MIH, it's taking you into MIH. But what it would do is it would take you to the business's website where you can navigate, figure out more about the business, things like that from there. There are a few things that needs to change first. So if we have a look here, there's a few functionality that we need to do. We need to add the current rating of this business, right? After we have the current rating, then we can have the rate us feature, right? The rate us feature will allow someone to rate this business and to provide them with like just like any rating. So you'll maybe have a title of this rating and then have a rating description and then give your actual rating out of 5, right? Then we have a bookmark section. So when you click on this, it takes you to the favorite businesses, or it adds it to your favorite businesses in the Mzansi directory. So that's how far we got up to last week. So what we're going to do today, like I was mentioning, we're going to start coding again, and we're going to try and design the profile preview for a personal profile. So if we have a look on the screen right now, we have so we first have a row. Inside this row, we're gonna have a Mzansi circle avatar. So that's the one with our ring logo and your profile picture in the inside. So if you're looking at the stream right now, the ring is what's around my picture right now also. So we have that with our profile picture inside there, and our picture we're getting it from the user that we have at the top of here, the app user. And yeah, the next thing that we have to do inside this row is we're gonna make a column. So we're gonna insert a new line over here, then say column. Inside a column, the column has children, right? Which is a list of widgets. Widgets is anything on the screen. So these widgets, the first thing that I want to have is a text widget. A text widget, and the data is going to come from our app user, right? Excuse me. So we're going to have widget. Is everyone able to see? Let me put this up a bit. So we're going to have widget dot I think I put user dot, you see here's the different properties of the user. So I'm going to have username, and that should be fine. We can add a style, and style. Oh, textile, sorry, I was thinking of something else. So let's save this. And what I want to do, just so that we can see what's happening, is let's add this MIH personal profile preview to our test package, just so that we can see what we're working on and we're not typing garbage in the screen. So let me close this. So this is our test profile. So we have business card. So just above the business card, let's yank this. Let's go up, paste it here. And in between these two, we're gonna say MIH personal profile preview. This is our widget, right? And it currently takes in a app user. And let me go final app user WEEA. So then this one over here is going to be required this dot user, right? Then we should be fine. So now we're taking in a user for this thing. So let's say over here, so let's do this insert. So we're gonna say widget dot user, and let's add our commas in so we don't have any errors. Save it. So everything is fine here, but what we have to first change is we have to go back. You see there's errors. We need to go back to here, and in this one I think I'll do the same thing. So over here, final app user, comma, let's go to the end of this, append required this dot user. Let me know if you have any questions while I'm doing this, like what am I doing, or why am I doing it in a specific way, or just things like that. So over here, because it's giving me an error over here, let me close this. It's giving me an error here because this package, if we see over here, we now added a new parameter in. So that parameter is a app user. So when we call this custom function called package tool1, you see a package tool1, we need to add a user in over here. So user semicolon, and we're gonna say widget. Okay, it's saying const over here, so I must delete this, delete around word, back cw widget, there's it, dot user, right? So now we have our widget dot user passed in. Oh, swap this out with this, perfect. So everything is looking good now. The only way there should be another error is in our home config, root generator. Okay, a lot of errors appearing, but that's fine if the errors appear. So we'll just cheat a little bit and paste things in. So over here, and then if it's that, oh yeah, it should be fine. If it's that, then yank one up, and then I'll paste it here, delete this. Okay, so now we have some arguments in, but this argument shouldn't be a MIH AI arguments. It should be change inside word. It should be app user, an app user argument. So that's what we're having, and then we're just gonna pass in args over here. So inside user, and we're gonna say args. What's the error? Oh, I have const over here again. So delete around word. Yeah, everything is perfect now. So now this is gonna cause another error, right? So if we have a look, there should be an error Oh, okay, it's not showing us the error, but it's going to give us an error when we use the home package. So let's go to our personal home package, right? So over here in the test profile, which is here, yeah, we can remove this. So arguments need to be the widget.signedIn user. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you so much, Eugelix for the follow. I appreciate you. And thank you for the likes, everyone. I appreciate it. So now everything should be fine. Let's just reload everything to make sure everything does update. Let's add our fingerprint to authenticate ourselves. And we should be good to go. Now if we click on test profile, let's see if there's errors that appeared. Thank you so much, yeah, for the follow. Okay, so here's an error, but at least it wasn't the error about the information that we were passing through. So if we read this error over here, basically saying late initiator error. Field what has not been initialized, right? So image preview, not a problem. I know where that error is. So let's scroll to our here, and it's because of how we're doing this. It's because of how we're doing these things. So let's GD into this. So this gives a future. That's fine. I think I know how to fix this. So what we can do is I'm sorry, I'm thinking. So one option that we can do is let's yank this, paste this, so we can have a copy of it, and W insert. So we're gonna make this a future value, right? So that means it's coming in the future. It's not gonna come before that, right? So we're gonna get the value of this later on in our process, right? And because we're doing that, we can't do the then part of this, right? So let's once again insert this, add this, and we will highlight all of this, comment it out, and then over here we're gonna say what did I call it? Image preview. Image preview equals to this, right? Why is it giving me errors? Okay, let's put this at the end. Why is it giving me errors, guys? Oh, I need to await first. I think I need to say await. So many errors today, guys. So many errors. Undo. I definitely don't think this is the case. You know what I should do? How I'm doing it is kind of nonsense at the moment. I don't think we should do it this way. I don't think we should do it this way. What we should do is we'll comment this out to delete this. We'll have a new string over here, or a new variable. We'll call it a string, because that's basically what I need. A string, and call this image URL equals to, and to cancel away that late initiator, which is here, you can see late initiator error. We'll just initialize it in the beginning, and we won't use the late call anymore. All right. So over here, I'll change this from image preview to image URL. Right? And instead of it being a network image, I'll delete this, delete that, delete that. So I'll just take whatever it gets, whatever this function get min.io file URL brings me. I'll add that to my file URL. And then what I'll do over here is I'll change inside Word. I'll change this to a network image. Network image. And then the URL that I'm going to put in over here. What language am I using? So the language that we're using here is Dot. And the framework is Flutter. So Flutter is a framework created by Google. It's open source and stuff. But the language that you use is Dot. D-A-R-T. So that's what we're currently using. So we'll change this. Sorry, we'll change. No, this is the wrong network image that I'm using. Hey? What is that? This is the wrong network image that I'm using. So let's change word, network image. Yeah, we needed the one with capital inside it. So we'll insert over here, and then it's image URL like this. I hope this works. I'm not sure yet. I should put in a wait over here, but we won't do that. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Nice. Nice. It's here, but our profile picture is not showing. Right? That's the only thing, but the error is gone. So when we click on test profile, it should do something over here, but there's definitely an error going on somewhere. Yeah, you can see lots of errors. Lots of errors over here, but let's clear this. And let's see. So user, profile picture, path, context. I'm really sure I'm supposed to have an await over here, but I don't think so. Await. Let's see. Let's see what happens. We can always remove it. Nope. Error again. Let's test it out. So this is even better. So we can't await over there. That's fine. We'll have to do a future, I think. I was trying to prevent us doing that, but it's okay. I was doing it the lazy way. But you see what happens when we do the lazy. If we choose the lazy way, we get lots of errors. So instead of doing it this way, what I'm going to do is this image provider at the top of the screen, I'm going to uncomment it out. Comment this one out. We don't need that. And how did I do it with other things? So no, it's okay. So what we'll do over here is, I don't think we need to. I'm gonna open up, I'm gonna cheat again because I'm not sure. I'm gonna open this up, and over here, because we did something similar over here. So over here, yeah, so okay, we don't need an await. We just need to call this, then we'll call a future builder, if you can see. So we'll have our URL over there, then we'll call the future builder around our thing. So okay, I think that's what we can do. So change inside word. We're gonna change this to image URL. Image preview equals to this. Wait, undo. Yeah, change inside word. Image preview equals to this, and then yeah, I'll change that to a future. I know that's one of the errors, but from here, v down, delete this, append a semicolon to this, and over here we'll just add the future again. So back, future. But this is a future what? A future string. Okay, so it shouldn't be an image provider. This should be a future string. Which one is it? So if we look here, this is a future string. Yeah, future string. So this should be, instead of image preview, it should be image URL, future image URL. Let's say that so we don't get confused. Future image URL. Thank you so much, Apple, for the follow. I appreciate you. Future image URL, small f, for the variable names. We'll change this to string, because we're gonna get a string from this function of ours. This one over here we can comment out. We're not using it yet. Back CW image. Why is it not giving me the hints? Image. Oh, future image. Sorry. Future image URL. This one. Now we sorted. Now all we have to do is, I think around this thing, control dot, we can wrap this around a future builder, right? And then our future CW is going to be that same future image thing that we just have. And then inside here, So inside this thing, we can't just return what we have. We're gonna have to return some other things over here. I'm thinking, should we have the future builder right at the top or just around this thing? I'm thinking just around this thing over here. Is that a programming? Yes, it is. We are programming today, but we're programming front end stuff. So we're programming for Mzansi Innovation Hub. So you can see we're getting some errors over here. So what we are trying to do is we're trying to fix those errors, but also, we're trying to fix the errors that we are having today and creating something else. So I'm thinking the future builder shouldn't be around everything else. It should just be around this thing over here. Yeah, it should just be around this instead of over here. So what I'll do is I'll undo this, that future builder, undo it again, undo, and I'll just put the future builder around my circular avatar and we'll see what happens from there. This future CW is going to be future image URL from there, and then WW. So over here we're going to have nothing yet because we need to put an if statement first. So if we'll cheat again by this profile getter. So if the snapshot connection state, I am upcoming ICT student, can you give me some tips so I can advance my learning? Not a problem. So what are you passionate about? That's the thing. So I can tell you do this, but if you don't like it, then there's no point in doing it. So which part of your ICT journey so far do you enjoy the most? Let me know and then we can start the conversation from there. So I'll use this. So if snapshot dot state, but we're going to use asynchronous snapshot dot state. Let's do that. Connection. Okay. So if async snapshot dot connection state equals to connection state dot done and I think the async, or what is it called? It's over here. Snapshot dot has data and async snapshot dot has data. Then it should display this thing below us, right? So if we append after this, delete this. But please, lick cups. I don't know, I'm gonna call you lick cups. Please, lick cups, let me know what part of your ICT career so far do you enjoy. So from here to okay, over here. So now we're basically saying that if my future actually comes back, so the connection status is done, it finished fetch the information for us, and it actually has data inside it, then we can proceed. But if not, we shouldn't proceed. But if we do, we can say async, so async snapshot dot, I think it's required data, I think it's that, and that should just be a string, yeah, of type string for us. So we're going to pass in this string, which should be the URL for us, into a network image, and this network image is going to be used in our circular avatar. So we have that, but we can't just end it like that because it will cheat a little bit. So we're gonna have an else. So it should be else if there's a connection failed, or else if it's loading or something like that, right? But thank you so much, Fez, for the follow. So over here, what I will do is I will just make an icon, and then it's gonna be MIH icons dot MIH logo, comma size. Will this match the size to the top? Size 100. And yeah, I'll call it a day over there. And we'll see what happens when we do that. I think I just closed it. That's okay. We'll open it up again. But I see there's an error somewhere else. Over here. So the error is here. It's, oh, sorry, return. Inside, return. Return. Now the error should be gone. Now if we open this up, I don't even know if it's connected. Let me switch this off and then run it again, because we were doing nonsense. So we'll wait for it to load and open up. And let's see from there. So lick cups, I think to advance your ICT, I don't know much about ICT, but just your computer science or your programming career, I would suggest that you focus on which part of the value chain are you working on. Is it back end or front end, right? Because they're two completely different programming types and way of thinking about things and all of those kind of stuff, right? And different tools and languages that you're going to have to learn. So focus on that, unless you're going to become a full stack developer, which you cover everything, right? It's going to be more work for you to learn. But if you just, thank you so much, Vivo, for the follow. I appreciate you. So if we look at backend, you'll have to, if you're working on backend, you'll have to understand APIs, right? Just in general, what APIs are all about and how they work. And if you're gonna know, if you want to do front end, you're gonna have to learn the different frameworks that are out there. Give me 1 second. So the different frameworks, like me, I'm using Flutter. So Flutter is a Dart framework, but I know a lot of people use JavaScript frameworks like React and also React Native. So if you're going to go front end, you can learn React and React Native as your tools to use, right? But cool. So we're back. MIH is up again. So let's click on test and see what happens. Ooh, guys, look, our profile picture has now pulled through, right? Did you see that? Let's go back. So the same profile picture that's here, right? Just don't think about it. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. So don't think about it as I'm just pulling this profile picture. So any app user inside MIH, if I just call the same widget, it'll pull through their profile picture. So this is it over here. Let's now work on the next part of it, which is the username, things like that. So if I switch screens again, let me close this. If I switch screens for you on TikTok, you'll see that what we're trying to do is we're trying to create one of these things. So we have our profile picture, which is kind of too big, but we'll change this. We have our profile picture, username, surname, account type. Name, surname, account type, right? So that's what we're going to do. So we have our picture sorted for us. Everything is fine over there. I'm happy with that functionality at the moment. So now let's work on the rest of it. Let's close this. If you have any questions, please let me know in the chat. I hope, Lick Cups, I hope I answered your question and I hope you're still there. Let's switch back over to our code and let's continue coding. So as you can see, our profile picture is now working. It now pulls through dynamically from our app user. I don't know why printing is there. From our app user. And the only thing that's missing right now is we're gonna need a size box over here, right? So let's say const sized box. So a sized box is an invisible box. Sized box is an invisible box with a width and height that you select. So I would like a width in this case. Let's give that width 15 maybe. Yeah, so it's just an invisible width that we can use. So if we save this and head back over to our after hot reloads, Yeah, so it's done reloading. Let's head back over to our test package, and you can see that it added a little space over here for us, which is perfect. So we have this text over here. So like I was saying, let's change the size of this because this is kind of big, and I don't think it should be so big. So let's CW. Why adding? Sorry, there's a question over here. Let's read the question together. So this is from Nuts over on TikTok. The question is why adding a Google authentication in Firebase and implementing it in my app has a lot of processes. Uh, I guess that's just how it is, right? So I don't really know the intricate details about implementing Firebase because we don't use that inside MIH. We use a different technology, but it's very similar. But please, Nuts, be careful of Firebase because, as I've shown other people inside, or yeah, as I've shown other people inside, or the people of Mzansi. Wait, let me go back. Firebase. Why is it taking me back here? Firebase. I want to search. Yeah, Firebase. Please be careful of Firebase. Thank you so much, even CN8, for the follow. Oh my word. Firebase. Yeah, if you go into Firebase, please make sure you have a look at the pricing before you lock yourself into an authentication that requires a cost as your company grows, right? As your application grows. So yeah, everything, yeah, they say no costs over here, what. But if we start increasing the stuff, so there's it over here, right? So in the beginning, they say no cost for you, no cost available for this one. But as you start growing, look, app hosting, so not app hosting, authentication, right? So that's what you're using it for. So no cost up to 50,000 users, right? So if your app goes past 50,000 users, every single month you're going to be paying Google, which owns Firebase, for using their service, right? So what I would recommend as someone who has created an application with authentication is use super tokens rather. Super tokens. It's a little bit more work to set up. I'm not going to lie about that. Who's speaking? So yeah, I would use super tokens. If we open it up, open source user authentication, right? And depending on the technologies that you use, you can follow the documentation to do it. It's a little bit of a process, but they do have documentation. Let's run through their documentation. I'll show you the languages. So let's go to quick start. Accept the cookies. Yeah. So they have how it works. So you have your application, you have your backend APIs, and then you have the super token server, for example, right? The super token core server. Thank you so much, Nuts, for the follow. If we scroll down, let's say set up front end, right? You'll see that React JS is one of them. Angular JS is also one of them. Vue is also one of them. But this is for pre-built stuff, I think. But so this is pre-built. You can use what they have, quick and easy. But if you have a own custom UI like what we did inside MIH, you can use the functionalities that are, you can use that over there. If we scroll down, I'm trying to show you. Oh, there's it over here. I'm a fool. It's because yeah. So if we look at the install SDK version, right? We can have React Native as one of our mobile versions. We have Android, which is just, I think, Kotlin, I guess. I don't know what the language that Android uses. We have iOS, so this is probably with Swift. And we have Flutter. So how do we set it up with Flutter and all the different things, right? So yeah, it depends on what you're using, how you want to use it to get it started. To initialize it, so in React, you do this. This is JavaScript, I think. In Flutter, which is we using, you use this, right? So you can follow their tutorials, follow their steps. It's a little bit difficult in the beginning, but they are quite friendly. At one point I spoke to their automated or the help people. I don't know how I found them, but you know those help chats on the side. I spoke to them. They navigated me over to their Discord server, and from there I was able to get the help. So they're very friendly. These people are passionate about having an open source tool. So please check them out before locking yourself into Firebase. I know Firebase is an amazing technology, but there's other ways of doing it. Firebase just makes it a little bit easy for you. So cool, let's get back over to our code. So like I was saying, we have our profile picture loaded now, all right? You can see here's our profile picture, but it's too big. So what I want to do is I want to make it a little bit smaller. So I don't want to change this one and change this one over and over, right? So like change the width over here, change the width over here, when they're supposed to be the same. So what I can do is inside my build method, I'll just say double icon or profile picture size, width equals to, let's say 50, right? Let's go drastic so we can see a huge difference. Let's go down, back CW, and then we'll change this to profile picture width. Go down again, back CW, profile picture width. Now that we save that, now let's see what it looks like, guys. So if we have a look at it now, I feel like this is looking good. So for what do you think? Is this too small? So remember, guys, we are trying to set up something like this. Something like this over here, right? So let's just have a look at this one over here and over here, right? Do you think this is too small? The one that we have inside MIH at the moment. Do you think it's too small? Should we increase it a bit? I think we should increase it slightly. This is kind of too small for me. Yeah, this is definitely too small for me. So what I'm going to do is change it. But now because we made it a field at the top, I don't have to change it here, then change it here again. I'll just have to change it here at the top. So I'll make it 60. And we'll see how things go from there. 60 is looking, I think 60 is fine. We'll work off 60 for now. Let me know in the chat what you think. But I think 60 is fine. We're next going to work on the wording over here by test profile. Let me know in the chat, is it too small? So over here, we added our width, which I think I will see. We'll fix the width later on. So we have our text. So let's work on the sizing next. So over here, I'm going to first say the weight, font weight is going to be font pen weight dot bold. So we'll go bold first and see from there. And then font size is going to be, let's say 12 for now, and see what that looks like. So remember, we're just working on front end now, guys. I don't know how you guys, let me know how you do front end and how do you figure out the sizing and all of these things. But me, it's just trial and error. I go back and forth. So you see how tiny it is. So let's go back just to confirm that it is in fact what's happening. So go back to test. Nice. You see how it loads, guys. It didn't take that long to load. So if we click on it, it has the MIH logo over there, and then it comes back to a, you know what, we shouldn't do that. Nah, it's alright, we'll do that. You can see the MIH logo over there. I don't mind that. So it's kind of small over here, the test profile. So 12 is too small. Let's change that to maybe 18. Let's see if 18 is the right size. 18 is looking better. 18 is definitely looking better. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, Mzansi, if you think that's fine. But I think in comparison, this is what I'm looking at. This is how I'm determining this. In comparison to the profile picture size, this is looking good. Do you think we should have a... Do you think we should... I'll show you what I want to add now, but let's add this here. Over here. Sorry, I'll scroll down a little bit for the other people. So over here, let's put $this. and insert another close brackets. So yeah, do you think I should put the @ over there? So letting the people know that this is a username. Or should we have it without the @? So @so and so. Because I asked this because what I'm going to do is, let's yank this. So I'm gonna yank 7 down, paste over here. Or not undo, delete this. That should be fine. Append here. Yeah. So just below this one that we have, I want to add another text over here. And this text is going to be the name surname. So W back, we'll remove this. So instead of username over here, I'm going to change this to add. I think it's fname space, and then do the same dollar. So this is called I'll show you what's it called now. Using this dollar and the curly brackets is called interpolation. So we're interpolating it. I think that's the correct way of saying it. So once again, we're going to say widget dot user dot lname. So now we have the name and surname, but I don't want this to be the same. I'll make it slightly smaller, so maybe 15. Save it. So now it should be just below it, right? Now we have the username, name, surname, and below that we're going to have the profile type. But what I want to do first is I want to change the alignment of these things. So in order to do that, I need to have, I think it's cross-axis alignment dot start. Yep, start. So now it should push it to the left-hand side of the screen, hopefully. If not, we'll figure out why it's not doing that. But let it hot reload. We open it up. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to do. So now we have name or username, first name, last name, and then below that we're gonna have, I'll just copy this over again. So yank 6 down. So yank 6 down. I'll paste this here. I'll put another comma in. And so over here, I'll delete all of this. In curly brackets, I will say, not in curly brackets. I'll just say widget dot user dot purpose type. I think that's it. Comma. Now we should see the word business next to it. Yeah. So now we have profile picture, username, first name, last name, business. Right? What we should also have, I don't know if we should do it here or have it. I don't think I should do it here. Yeah, I don't think we should do it here. But this is looking good to me. What do you think, guys? What do you think, Mzansi? Is it looking good? Is it not looking good? Should we keep the @ remove the @? How should we do this? Failed to load ad? Hectic. Why did it fail to load ad? No full. Hectic. I'll figure that out later. That's okay. But yeah, so we have our, if we head back over to the right hand side of our screen, you'll see that if we compare what we have over here, so we have username, first name, surname, account type, profile picture. On our side, we have profile picture, username, first name, surname, profile type. How do I capitalize things? Append dot. Is there a dot proper? So I'm gonna see if Mzansi AI has the answer for us, but But let's see. How do I change a string to uppercase or proper in dot? So uppercase and dot, you simply use the dot to uppercase. But that's to make everything uppercase. Proper title case. So that's what it is. This is what I want to use, right? So hello world to align. I think this thing is probably lying to me, but let's see. So the string, which is this, dot text align. Nah, this is definitely lying to me. Mzansi AI is not really there yet for assistance in programming. How to... We're gonna update it to a newer LLM to make it a little bit smarter, but how to convert a string to proper case in dot slash flutter. No way. Oh my word. Is that really the way to do it? To proper case. Using a regular expression. Oh my word. That's definitely not the thing. Let me see something quickly. I know I've done it before. I was just lazy to look in the app. So, where are you seeing? Yeah, so if we look over here in the... Okay, this... Okay. Okay, no problem. So I see what I did. I'll do it again over here. Change inside world. I'll just say dot uppercase to uppercase. Call it a day. Now they're telling me to create a whole nother function on its own to make it proper case. Not in the mood for that. So now if we head, sorry, I'll show you what exactly I did. You'll see, I just changed. I said the widget dot user type is going to be uppercase. So now if we have a look at our emulator, we'll go back into the test profile. And now it says business. And now this is too big for me. So I'm going to change that to 12. So it shouldn't be the main showcase of your profile preview. Looking better, but still could be a little bit smaller. Yeah, I'm liking this. So this user, their username is test profile. Their name, surname is test profiles, and it's a business profile, or it's a business account. So you can't click on it now. I'll make it clickable later on, but this is what we wanted to implement. So let's push our changes to our GitHub tree. So I'm not sure if everyone uses GitHub, but it's a very cool tool to use. So the first thing that I want to change is this over here. What did I change here? Okay, this. And app user as. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for the follow. I appreciate you. So I'm going to add app user as param to test package. Commit this changes. And then this one over here, it's a new one, but over here is create a new widget to display a personal profile preview. Right, let's commit that. I'm going to sync that changes in. I think that's fine. Okay, now things are synced up. So I just had to look at the time now, and We did some good work today, guys. I appreciate all of you. Each and every one of you that joined the live today, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the follows. Thank you so much for being here and asking your questions. So what we're going to do is, so today's live, we managed to sort out our personal profile preview. So that's just the avatar, username, first name, surname, and profile type. So what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to do the exact same thing, but for our business profile. So we're going to have a business profile preview widget. We're going to get working on that tomorrow. And over there, then we should have all the components ready for us in order to create the Mzansi directory. Thank you so much, Muzi, for the follow. I appreciate you. So we're going to have the foundation laid for the Mzansi directory, and it's going to enable you to search. It's going to enable you to display a whole lot of users. I'll have to figure out how that works. But yeah, we're going to slowly but surely, the Mzansi directory is coming, right? And also, I think during the day, one of the members of Mzansi asked me to add a new card to the Mzansi directory. So I'll also get working on that. But cool, thank you so much for everyone for joining the live. Don't forget to download MIH if you are interested in what we're doing here. We are available on the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, and the web. All you have to do is search Mzansi Innovation Hub, and you'll find us at the top of the list. And you can download the MIH app from there. So that's iOS, Android, and the web. You can find us there. Also, don't forget to follow us if you enjoy the content. We're going to be live again tomorrow. So it's going to be Monday to Thursday we live. And we live across, if you can see, we live across a whole lot of different platforms. So across all the different platforms. So it's YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. So if you don't like the experience on TikTok, that's fine. You can check us out on all of the other platforms also. But thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate you, and let's keep working hard, Mzansi.